It's time for our book chat today for a Thursday, Artsy Thursday, and today I have a very interesting book, Soro Soke. Now, this book in focus today is by Sunday Akande, and he is joining us right now to review it. You are welcome, Mr. Sunday Akande.
Thank you.
First of all, I want to say that I like what it looks like.
Thank you very much.
It's not intimidating in any way, shape, or form. It looks like a book you can pick up and just read. But let's get into this book now. Once anybody hears Soro Soke, of course, you'd know what the inspiration is, but you tell us exactly what's the inspiration behind this book, Soro Soke.
All right. Soro Soke is like, I dreamt of having a sibling talk, among the citizens of this country, especially the stakeholders. Of course, every citizen of this nation and this continent is meant to be a stakeholder. So I dreamt of having a town hall meeting where we discuss our pains, our past, our trials, our challenges, frown at one another, shout at one another, blame one another, and at the end of the day, coming out, and hug one another and laugh and say, "Oh boy, you fucked up." Or, yes, I know.
Apologies for that.
Yeah,
we can't use that word, but
okay,
yeah.
I know, I did badly. But how can I change? What can I do to make this nation or continent a better place? For everybody to live. And that's why I employ the use of satire.
Satire.
So that when you know that it's a serious book, but at the same time you relax and you laugh. Humorously going through everything that we have passed through and where we are going to. So
I find it very, very interesting the way your writing pattern and all. For every chapter, you had something that was very recollective. If you read this book, if you pick it up, there's always the chapter always starts with a quote from someone in history that we all know. I'll take a sample here. Let me take from perhaps maybe chapter 2. Lead us not into temptation. You give the relevance behind that, and often it's about something that's happened from our history. And in the case of this one, I think it was from the 13th of October, just before the NSAS protests. And each chapter precedes with something like that. There's the one of Fani Kayode, and there's Don't Waste Our Energy, which was that a gentleman, the senatorial representative during the NSAS protest, when he talked about, I'm not going to waste my time with these kids. What inspired that exactly? And why did you choose to use that? Because it's a very, very interesting way to draw in your readers.
Yes. Well, every serious writer has something motivating him. For me, I am motivated by human development, and my target is young people. So I want to write something that will make young people to appreciate, our past, our history, and something they can easily identify with. And I know the young people can easily identify with the major things that happen, especially
all the urban sayings. In fact, the entire title of the book on its own, Soro Soke.
And that's why I raised things they will be able to identify. So, for instance, the one you were raising about lead us not into temptation was a tweet, between Reverend Sam Adeyemi and Adekunle Gold. So something that young people, especially on Twitter, on social media area, we can easily identify with, and it will lead them to knowing our history. And not only talking or complaining about, our failures, but how they can also, partner with leaders or, with everybody who is a stakeholder.
I like the way you put that. Partner with the leaders to try and move the country forward even faster. Now, there's something about, and I said that from the very start when we began, about the way this book is published. And I really liked it. We talked about this from before the show started. It's not intimidating in any way. Your choice for artwork, first of all, is something that wants to pull a certain demographic of people. Why did you choose or give permission for this kind of artwork? And first of all, I love what it looks like. Very simple, very easy to read type of book. But what inspired that artwork?
Well, I'm a writer that believes that, there's a popular saying that a book is not known, a good book is not known through the cover. By its cover. But I believe that a book should also be known, a good book should also be known by its cover.
Yes, indeed.
So I believe in quality. I believe that quality work can come out of this nation and this continent. And that's why I approached this publisher, Warita. They have good hands that
it's
can
very
do,
good.
and they did justice to the
They
content
did do
of
very good justice to it. It's
so
something you'd find in the bookshop and say, I want to read that book. It's just that easy. About the history of Nigeria, the struggles, the protests,
and it also
everything.
points to the fact that young people need the best. If I'm writing to target the youth of the children, or they need to be given the best. So our books should be fine. Should compete with books all over the world.
Absolutely. So you have been shortlisted to exhibit at the Labaf Festival. That's the Lagos Book and Art Festival.
Yes.
Would this be one of the books that?
Yes, of course. It has been selected. Every year, Labaf has books of the festival. So my book has been chosen to be one of the books of the festival. So it means, during the week-long program, or week-long festival, my book will be reviewed, specifically on the 20th of November. This year, the book will be reviewed during the youth assembly. We will review the book, know where we are coming from as a nation, where we are, and where we are going to in the country.
It's very interesting. I love your style of writing. I love the fact that you've compiled all these instances from our struggles and put them together. But one thing I still haven't been able to wrap my head around is the fact that you are an environmental biologist.
Okay.
But now you've moved into a more social inclined type of endeavor.
Yes.
What gives? Tell us, please, why?
Okay.
What happened?
Yeah.
Did somebody offend you along the way? Was it the Nigerian government or something?
No. My story is similar to many people that found themselves in a field and later crossed. For me, everything about me is artistic.
Yeah.
Even when I was in the secondary school, I was in the a pioneer member of the press club, drama club. I was representing my school for debates, and I was the best in the languages. Yet I was in the science class. I wanted to be a medical doctor.
I know. Your story is not far from mine, actually.
So,
it's quite similar.
So when I got to the institution, along the way, I discovered that I had passion for counseling, psychology. I had passion for human development. So after my first degree in environmental biology, I went for masters in counseling psychology. Okay, so writing is a talent and a means of expression for me. So to answer questions about human development, about counseling, and that is why my target is a youth, that can be developed and
absolutely true. It's a very interesting book, and I think that everybody should actually want to pick this up and read it. It's not intimidating at all, if you know what I mean, and it's very, very interesting. Thank you very much for staying around. Thank you very much for coming over, Mr. Sunday Akande. We're looking forward to other endeavors by you.